Yes, morning guys, morning. I pressed the wrong button, my mistake. So last week when I came on, I told you I'm gonna make a lipstick, and I made a lipstick base already. Okay, I made a base, and this is the lipstick base, and I made it from scratch because I didn't have any pot. I made it last night. I didn't have time to go to the store at Michael's and get these things that I need for it. Different kind of waxes. I use different kind of oils. I use petroleum oil in this. Yes, petroleum oil, shea butter. I have a bit of that here. Olive oil to keep, because I like my lipstick moisturized. So I use about 5 different oils into this, and this is the base, and some candle wick, and this is the base. So this is part 1 of it. So I don't have a tube to put the lipstick in, so I'm gonna be using this here. So I'm gonna break up the powdery stuff here. Nothing was wrong with this, but I never, use it much. I'm breaking it up. It's powder. I'm gonna pour it in this container when I. So the base I'm gonna make is base of cherry and honey. Honey's in that stuff there too, honey. Yeah. So I'm gonna make my own imitation of cherry honey lipstick. That's what I'm gonna do. See, I crush everything here. Okay. I'm gonna pour this in here. Okay. I have to buy the tubes and all these things. Yeah. It's not a easy job, but that's why I want to do it. Self-made millionaire, whatever. I don't know if I've been a millionaire, but I just wanted to make my own products for my own skin and stuff like that. Yeah, be like a fashion guru like Estee Lauder, Cliche, and all these other people and stuff like that. So when I make the part 2 from the base, I'm gonna add it in here. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with this powder. I just blend it up. I can use it to see what I'm doing. I blend it. I mash it up. And I can pour it into something and use it and stuff like that. Yeah, nice powder. And some of these products you can make them from natural products. You know. I put a lot on it. You make them from coffee, eggshells, etc., etc., things like that. Yeah, that's what I want to make my products out of. Eggshells. You can use that to make powder, to blend powder together as a base, and things like that. Yeah. So I only do one side of the face. I should do the whole complete face since I'm working on the skin and stuff like that. Yeah. And this powder was from Estee Lauder bronzer. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna make it out of, since it's cherry. So I'm gonna use cherry products. Well, I'm gonna use raw cherry products. I'm gonna darken them with sugar, maybe a bit of cinnamon and things like that. And I'm gonna put more honey into this base, and I'll show you what I'm doing. 1 second. So yeah, fruit extract and things like that, you can do it like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna dip this into the part of my face. It looks like another rainy day today. Another storm, Yeah, looks like another rainy day. And it's after 11. Okay, so I'm gonna put this powder in the whole face completely. Looks like I basically use the whole thing on it. Okay. So before I end the video, I'm gonna show you the cherries I bought. They didn't have any fresh cherries, so I had to buy them from the jar and stuff like that. And things like that, yeah. And I'm gonna go and get it, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. And when I finish making it, well, yeah, I'm gonna pour it in this container, like I show you people. And it'll be my first. It's not my first lip gloss. I tried things at home before, but you know, yeah. Mm. It's never too late to follow your dreams if that's what you want, you know, and stuff like that. It's never too late. And my dream was, instead of having people making the cosmetic for me, I'll make it myself, or hire somebody else to work with me, an assistant, and you know, both of us, you know, concoct all kind of products that we like and blend them all together and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get the products that I'm gonna be working with, and be right back. I'm gonna show you all. Oh Lord, I'm so hungry. So I got some of the stuff that I bought, and I'm gonna concoct up this cherry lipstick. Okay, so I have all the products here. Yeah, I bought the cherries from the jar for $2.99, maraschino cherries. And this is the cup where I'm gonna blend it in. And cherries are my favorite fruits, people. Yeah. So, but these cherries are very red and ripe, so I'm looking for a darker cherry. So I'm gonna add other products and stuff like that. So I'm gonna use about maybe two. About two should do it. About two. Mm. So I'm gonna crush them up. Maybe later on I blend it out. I blend them later and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, whip it up. I have a small blender and then whip it up. The texture becomes very smooth. So I mash up the cherries in the cup, and I'm gonna add petroleum. Yeah, all the products I'm using is cheap. That's expensive, and this will keep the lips hydrated and moisturized. Petroleum Vaseline. This is what I like, and this is what I'm using to it. This is my, you know, yeah. So I'm gonna blend it up. I should have melted it. It could have been melted as well. you know. But I'm just gonna blend it in one. It seems like it's stupidness, but it's not stupidness, people. Alright, it's not stupidness. So, remember this is black cherry lipstick, so I'm gonna darken it with some honey. Honey is a base, yeah. So when I apply to the lips, you can, you know, taste the honey. Mm. Mm. I might put it in a microwave and stuff like that. Yeah. Blend it all out. Look like it's melting out. I don't have to microwave it and stuff. See that? Yeah. So I'm gonna add some more products to this. I'm gonna whip it for a while. So we don't want a rough lipstick. We want it smooth. So I'm gonna add some coconut oil. Alright, how I really do it, I put it in a pan with warm water just to melt it down. Yeah, to melt it down. And you can add some vitamin E oil or retinol, and I have some here. So I add 1 capsule to it. Oh, I forgot the coffee here. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna put in the vitamin E oil. Okay. It's coming along, it's whipping up. I still have to melt it down. It looks yummy. So I'm gonna add a bit of coconut oil as well. Coconut oil. That leaves the lips moisturizing. Coconut oil. And you know, work for chapped lips and all these things. So I want this to be dark cherry, and this is very red. So I'm gonna add something to darken it a bit. I'm gonna add some castor oil. Okay, just a dip castor oil. Doesn't matter if it's light castor oil or dark castor oil. Just one touch of it. And I'm gonna add some coffee to give it a darker flavor. Classic roasted coffee. This is how we learn, people. You want to do these things. Like, this is gonna darken, like the coloring, the coffee. And the coffee is gonna darken the dark cherries. I want to use a black dye or something like that. No, I just use coffee. I'm not gonna whip it up. I'm just gonna melt it on the stove and stuff like that. And when it's melted, I'm going to add it to the base and whip it up and pour it into something. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. If I had aloe vera, I would add aloe vera to this concoction as well. But I don't have aloe vera right now. Okay. So I'm going to go in the kitchen and I'm going to melt this. I'm going to come right back. I'm going to show you when I come back. I'm going to put some of the base. I take a piece of the base and add it to it, and then I'm going to melt it all over again. I'll go right back. So I have to show you people. I just cook it down into the pot, and it's very hot. But I just want to show you the color, the consistency. You see it? I blend everything, and now I'm going to add my base to it. It's not, it's not blended out smoothly as yet. There's some cherries into it still. But I just cook it. If you all can see it, I don't know. So I'm gonna put a piece of the base inside of it. Let me leave it here. Ooh, and the spoon is hot. It's getting there, it's getting there. It's a bit grainy and stuff like that. It's not smoothed out all entirely. What I do with the base. Let me get the base. I'll be right back. Okay, so the base is blue. I took a chunk out of the base. I'm gonna apply to this here, the pot. It's a small piece. Piece of candle wax inside of it to keep it firm and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, you start from somewhere. You have to learn, you know. So I learned from this. See, I took a piece out, a chunk out of it. Yes, a lot of oil into it as well. And let me add another piece. So I'm gonna mix it up and blend it and come right back. Okay guys, so I melted it down and this is the color, and it's still not smoothed out. There's a chunk of cherries into it. You know, I could have blended, you know, but so I'm gonna, you know, stir it for a while. Consistency, I don't know, but I can drain it off. You know, I can strain off all the cherries. It doesn't have to go inside of it. And you see the color is dark because I want it to be a dark cherry. Okay, and where is the container? Here we go. Where I'm gonna pour it from. I don't know how long it takes to set, but I'm not gonna put it in the freezer or in the fridge. I'm gonna leave it out because I use a small portion of the setting base. So I'm cleaning this up. And I was considering using this, but then I say it's my favorite lipstick. You know, to put it into, but I don't know. I couldn't pour into that. Well, you have to learn from somewhere, and you know, yeah. Next week I try to make a blush, or I've been making mask, and you know, or nail polish and things like that. So it's cooling right now. Okay, the concoction is very pretty, and I had coffee to it, so I'm gonna pour it in this base here. Okay, you can take a lot. I can make more than one. Yeah, I pour it in here. So I'm gonna let it set. I'm gonna let it set. Okay, and leave it out. I'm not gonna throw it in the fridge. Let it set, and there it is. I won't move it about. I don't know how long it takes to set, but I place it somewhere about. That'll be my first lip gloss that I made. But I made so much of it, I don't know. I sample it on my lips later on, or I'll wait for it to cool and see. I don't know how long it takes to cool. Maybe 30 minutes, an hour. But Yeah. Oh gosh. Yes, I just had to make a black cherry. Cherries are my favorite products and stuff like that. Yeah. I can put next to the fan where it breathes. Give it a nice breeze. Put it next to the fan, guys. I have a lot. I left more. I have plenty more left. You can pour into something. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I don't know. I just want to show y'all what I'm working on. And I'm working on making lip colors, glosses, and I'll have to buy a lot of stuff like for it, a lot of wax, different kind of waxes and all these things. Oils for moisture. You have dry lipstick, moist lips, different types of shades. Yeah. So let me finish with my makeover that I'm doing. So what did I apply? I applied the face powder from that. So I'm gonna contour it. With this shade here. It's called She Loves and it's from Temu, the website. Temu is a lighter shade, but yeah, it doesn't bother me a bit. You can mix and blend them. These shades, yeah, you can mix and blend. You add a darker shade to it, to a lighter shade and stuff like that, yeah. And let me get my blending sponge. Let's see here. Yes, outside definitely seemed like a storm today. Most definitely. And this sponge should be wet with something water, so let me go and put some water into it. It would, absorb better that way. Okay. It's a very lighter shade. Yeah. As a concealer, I can. So I'm gonna put a darker shade of powder over it. It goes underneath the eyes and all that stuff. You see, it's very profound, yeah. This one goes over the whole forehead, so you just gonna dab it in. This shade is very profound. Wow.